All right. Hello, world. Hope you can hear me okay. Just want to show you some. I want to show you guys something very, very, very cool. It's an original data set from, you wouldn't believe it. I did this in it was one of my first ever scans. Only 180 photos. With a Canon 50D. It was a 18 megapixel or something like that. But anyway, so yeah, no human. We basically put this together. We threw it. Well, we did the point cloud alignment. It came up with only 400 million, which in our world is really fuck all. And I spent about an hour doing some lighting, and this is what we've got. So let me start walking around. So you guys might actually remember this. It was a very long time ago. I never actually ran a demo of it. I never actually got a build in Engine though. It was just, one of those things where I was like, fuck it, too difficult. Yeah, hey, if I sound a bit tired, it's a Saturday night in Cabo and it is hot as hell. So, yeah. But yeah, no, so roughness maps, all that kind of jazz. I can quickly just show you some wireframe, base flat lighting, actual lighting combined, detailed lighting, simple lighting, and shaders, right? So there we go for that. I'll just flip to and from. This is very impromptu. I don't actually know what I'm doing. The popping is because this poor blimmin' laptop can't handle the streaming and this at the same time. And there's a whole bunch of other optimizations I think we can do. But yeah, this was a very incomplete scene from a very long time ago with not a very crappy camera, but not a great camera. And so you can already see here, and we are honestly improving on this. Like even today, me and Mark were working out, oh, hold on, we didn't have normal in painting working properly. So that will be in the next build. I'll just hit reset and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, you can see it's actually filled in. So I never got up here. Like I never got up to these areas here. So this would have just been like utter friggin' noise. But because we're using world space in painting, it basically looks at surrounding areas and is able to give a pretty damn good idea of what would go there. This bit here is a disaster, but our next build won't have that. We didn't have our subdiv going right. We had a subdiv threshold issue, so if there was a polygon that was too big, it just wasn't actually filling in with additional detail. Yeah. It's beautiful. It's just, I love the atmosphere of this place. It's friggin' amazing. Oops, sorry, 1 second. Yeah, it's just got that real kind of like creepy, eerie view. And so obviously it was a very dark scene when I did this, so the ISO noise was horrible and terrible as well. So we've done a pretty good job of doing noise removal and all that kind of jazz. I still think we can extrapolate a lot more detail, even from this old ancient data set. I'm pretty confident about that actually. Because I don't know how aggressive our super sampling is on this right now. But it consists of about, I think there's like 16 8K UDIMs. Yeah. Oh, we went into the world. I have got volumetric fog on because I fucking love volumetric fog. Yeah, so it's not a big scene, obviously, but it's can't stress this. It's not the point. The point is, this was actually one of my first ever scans, and I actually never got it in the engine because I just didn't have the time or energy to actually really tackle it. But literally, this took me an hour and a half of playing around with the lighting, like literally. And that took, because it's only 500 million, the processing of it on our first gen threadripper only took about 12 hours. And so if we throw it onto a new one, it'll be like 3 or 4 hours, complete scene. It's pretty fucking cool, guys. I'm sorry, I'm actually stoked to see this because I'm super stoked to see this because it was one of my favorite scans, I guess, or one of my first, and I'd always wanted to see it in the engine. So my next big thing is I'm gonna put in the VR like tonight. Yeah. So world space in painting for both normals and textures, super sampling between low and high density noise thresholds. Actually, I've got another map I'll show you, but I'll have to start recording the next one because I've got to put it in. Yeah, it's pretty wicked. I'll just do a quick polygonal thing. I'll just bring the count down a little. You can see what the LODs are doing as well. You can see that. So it's only filling in the details when the details actually really get in there. And once again, we didn't have subdiv fully working on areas like down there, big blunder. But yeah, an extremely noisy scene. Now, a lot of the stuff has just been synthesized, like filled in. So you can see, for instance, areas like over here, which is the end of the tunnel, that's all synthetic. It basically kind of went, I'll try and keep on predicting it further and further until, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so I don't really know what else to say. Oh, let me fix that. That's a streaming issue with the. What I will say is what we've discovered is with world space packing, because we do our UDIM packing based on world space, right? And the streamer in Unreal Engine loves it when you do that, because at the moment capturing reality just throws everything fucking everywhere. And so the streamer has to go and literally if you got 80 UDIMs, it has to search the whole entire damn thing. So what we've got is, because it's essentially putting it into similar spaces, it just means streaming it into the engine is all that much better, which is cool. Yeah, I think my favorite part's up here. So yeah, I did a few little things. Like I put some lights, and I'll just literally show you guys the lights now. So one little light there. Yeah, just simple stuff. And I'm using GPU bake. That I don't know what that is yet. That is something to do with the streamer. We'll work it out. But it seems to come and go. But yeah, once again, it is also running on this computer and recording at the same time. A few reflection captures. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Alright, I'm going to bring another video. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Such a geek. Come on! Sometimes it just friggin' hangs up, eh? It's really weird. Let's try 0. There we go. Just a quick dirty hack for now. Oh, yeah, I'll show you the roughness maps as well. So it does get AO and all that kind of stuff at the moment. It's not perfect because we keep on finding that we broke things, but we know what we need to fix, so that's the good news. And so this time tomorrow, I'll give you an updated video and you can literally see the difference in quality. But we are getting AO baked at source, which is pretty cool. I'll quickly show you roughness. Yeah. So you can play around with this. So how we do this is just raw thumb roughness. It's not deep learning based roughness, if you know what I'm trying to say. So it's a combination of high pass, saturation, and ambient occlusion. And so future versions of the ambient occlusion will make it so it's using world space, so where dust would fall on the ground, that it's unlikely that dust would fall on the ceiling. So you can use AO and cavity and all that kind of stuff to do that. I want to get deep PBR back in here. But to do that, we're going to need a few client gigs, because to resurrect that project is, something expensive. So I'll show you this tomorrow as well, and it will continue to improve on. We're very much still experimenting with these rules of thumb. But geez, it didn't work. What is that? A random hammer. But yeah, I can tell you what, decimating from source really does help. I reckon, I know I'm probably crazy, I reckon we could make that font readable, and I had no intention for that to ever happen. I never scanned that bucket. I actually might release a dataset for you guys, so you guys can actually see, I'll be like, hey, challenge accepted, right? Alright, that's me for now. I'll do a secondary video showing some maps, and I'll upload a bunch of photographs. Alright, hello from Cabo. Cool. Boop, boop, boop.